Jeff at West Little Rock CrossFit. I'm also one of the co-runners of the 2012 Reindeer Games. We wanted to welcome you guys on Saturday the 15th and also thank you for signing up to compete and for supporting Centers for Youth and Families. We're going to go over the movements that we're going to be judging in the WOD. We'll give you the keys that we're looking for to complete a repetition and to also consider the no rep. So the first part of the WOD is going to be the thruster ladder, which is the strength portion. You will have barbells lined out for you to go to. You'll have 30 seconds to do a rep at each barbell of a squat clean thruster. We said thruster ladder, but it is a clean from the ground, so essentially it's a squat clean thruster. You will start with the barbell off the ground. You make power clean it, and then squat with the hips below the knees into the overhead position with control at the top, and back down, and that counts as one repetition. You may also squat clean it, which is going down into the deep squat position and then coming right into the thruster. Either one will count so long as your hip creases below the knees at the bottom. Let me demonstrate that right. Hip crease below the knees at the bottom and fully extended at the top with shoulders or in the overhead position showing control. A no rep will be if the hips did not go below the knees. And then if you did not show control at the top, my elbows aren't in the right position, they're not back overhead. That'll be a no rep. You'll have 30 seconds to move from one barbell to the next. If you get to a barbell where you cannot complete the repetition, or you do not want to attempt that weight, you'll be allowed to get the bar into the front squat position and front squat it 6 times to complete 1 point. You'll be given a point for each barbell lifted. If you don't lift it, you can do 6 front squats and get that point. After you've done the front squats, you can no longer continue on. That is your last repetition to do. All right. The first 2 movements in the WOD are going to be rowing and jump ropes. Novice has a 500-meter row, amateur has a 1K, and pro has a 1K. As long as you reach those numbers, it's going to count. After that, you will move on to your jump rope, which a novice will have singles. For the rep to count, the rope must pass all the way. I'm not going to jump rope on turf. Must pass all the way under the feet and get behind them to count. So if you are doing your jump rope rep and the rope stops in front of you or stops under the foot, it will not count. You must get the rope all the way underneath the feet behind you in order to count. Double unders are the same rules. Rope must pass underneath twice though, just as long as it's all the way behind the foot, it will count. So if you get to your 80th double under and it stops under the toes, no rep, got to do it over again. Judges will be watching for that. After the rowing and double unders, you will have your squat portion of the WOD. The novice will have just air squats. We'll have medicine balls for you guys to use as targets if you like, but it's not required. Same rules as in the thruster, hit below the knees all the way. Hips all the way forward at the top. If you do a knee extension without the hips, it will not count. So this don't count. Stripper booty does not count. Do not do stripper booty. Next one is the front squat for amateur, which again is the same rules. Just barbell on the shoulders, hips bottom, hips forward. Overhead squats for the pro athletes. Keep the bar overhead throughout the movement. Hips underneath, hips forward at the top. 4 repetitions. If the hips don't go below the knees, or if you don't show control with the hips forward at the top, it will not count. There'll be a no rep. Next stop after that is the kettlebell. Novice will be doing Russian kettlebell swings. The bell must come to eye level, and then back down again. Too low does not count. Get it to eye level. Amateur will do American style. Bell all the way overhead in this full position right here. You don't have to keep the elbows locked out at the top just because of mobility issues. We're not going to judge that. But you must be overhead, not in front of you. So this is a no rep. You must get it all the way up. Pro will be doing snatches. Same rules, all the way overhead. Just like this. Not overhead. will not count. The last portion, and the most complicated portion, will be the last. Burpees, burpee pull-ups, and burpee muscle-ups. Chest, belly, quads, all touch the ground at the bottom of the movement. For novice, he will stand up, jump with touch the hands overhead, the count. It's like this. If your feet are not off the ground and hands touch at the top, or hands touching at the top with feet off the ground, will not count. We're not going to be super critical about the hands touching. You just got to have them in the overhead position while your feet are off the ground. Amateurs will be doing burpee pull-ups. So same rules for the burpee: chest, belly, quads on the ground. They will stand up. Rather than touching their hands over their head or doing that, they will hop onto the barbell, hang in the extension position, and do a pull-up. You may scale this into a jumping pull-up, which does not involve a kip or the hang in the extension position here. If you scale, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You may do that to complete the best time possible. You will still get ranking in the scores. You, however, will not be eligible for prizes. You will still have your time up, ranking as well, just cannot receive prizes for second or third place in that division. The next one is going to be the pro burpee muscle up. Same rules apply to the burpee. In the muscle up, what we're looking for is that you show control at the top position here, not just firing up and back down again. That was a bad one. A no rep, those both count as reps. First one was just sloppy. A no rep would involve me shooting up and off of it again. I was not really controlled at the top position. You may also, one elbow at a time, not considered scaling. You may do it. Show control at the top. Back down. Pause for a second. Again, those are the movements we're looking for. You can scale the jump rope in the amateur division for doing singles rather than doubles. You will just do 3 times the singles for each double that you would normally do. So 8 times 3, 240 singles. I can't do math after all that. So we look forward to seeing all you guys there. Again, thank you. We will see you at 10 a.m. Saturday morning.